Hey, what's going on everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Titans Return Seaspray. This is, of course, the Legends class figure, Legends class version of Seaspray, the mini-bot. And as you can see, it's a nice representation of the character, at least from the outset. You can see he's got his big floppy sea feet, which I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have quite a fondness for Seaspray, as he was my very favorite of the mini-bots from the G1 era. Going on to the back here, you can see Seaspray in his robot form here, as well as in his hoverboat mode with what looks like some sort of like missile battery or laser weapon or something on the top. I'm not entirely sure what that's meant to be, but you know, I mean, it certainly looks like Seaspray, that's for sure. And we've got a little blurb here about him. It says, no Decepticon can get past the naval defenses of Seaspray. Now, if you spell naval a different way, that could have a very interesting connotation. So, it says it transforms in 8 steps, which is interesting, considering the original Seaspray transformed in like 1, but that's alright. But yeah, I mean, he looks pretty neat. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy out of the package, and we're going to check him out right now. Alright guys, so here we have Titans Return Seaspray. And as you can see, it's a nice little hovercraft, and it's actually not that, I mean, it's not that little. It is little, but, I mean, when you compare it to, say, you know, a deluxe size figure, it's not really all that, you know, tiny. He's got a good heft to him, a good size to him, and I think he just looks like a lot of fun. And of course, the transformation is super easy, which also adds to that. There is just a little flap here, hide in the face. You can turn the robot face around if you want to for transformation. But it doesn't really look any better, honestly. So you might as well just leave that little flap up. It's a little simple, but it works. He does have some rotating fans back here. Propellers, I guess you would technically call them. But yeah, nothing really going on underneath here. You can see a little post hole for an action stand. I think it's a missed opportunity to have at least some kind of wheels down here, and even if they're just like clip-in plastic wheels, I would have really liked to have seen some wheels underneath, just because I feel it really would, you know, benefit the character overall. You got some nice tampoed images here. You got the Autobot logo here, and underneath you've got another Autobot logo, and then some nice tampoed effects underneath. And that just plugs right in there. It's like a missile battery or something like that. So, very cool. The transformation is very simple. We can just leave this right on here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the little flap. We're just going to put it right down like that. You can put the flap underneath the weapon if you want to. But honestly, I kind of like the way it looks over just a little bit better, because I feel it kind of makes the chest in robot mode a little bit nicer looking. So we'll get into that a little bit more in robot mode, but we're just going to unpeg the 2 sides like so, like this, and we're just going to stretch the legs out and then pull the entire pelvis forward. And you can see there's a hole or slot right here and a tab right there. I'm just going to tab that in just like that. Bring the feet down, split them apart, and then we can flip these bits back onto the backs of the feet, and that's the legs done. We're going to bring the arms out. We're just going to unpeg them from the sides and swing them down just like that. And then this whole top section, we're just going to just kind of break there are little friction pins right here on the side. So you're just gonna alright. Apparently this whole thing is just pegged together. But you can just bring this whole bit down like so, and it'll plug in like that. But one thing I did actually want to show you guys, and I totally forgot, this section can rotate up, and you can actually fit a Titan Master in there. So you can have a Titan Master, you know, hanging out inside Seaspray in vehicle mode. So we're just going to go ahead and bring this whole section down and clip that into place, and then just flop that back down. And you can see how the chest kind of does make a nice flush area, whereas if we put it underneath, it'd be like a flat spot, and then he's got kind of a gut. So I think this flap just looks a little bit better over this piece. We can of course remove this altogether, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But here you have Seaspray in robot mode, and he's very cool little Seaspray. He's got some nice articulation. He's got his arms are ball jointed at the shoulders and the elbows, so you can twist those around any way you like. He does not have a hip swivel or a waist swivel. His hips themselves all are ball jointed, but quite limited in the outward range. You can see this is just not very large at all. You could potentially pop the ball joint off the leg, or pop the leg off the ball joint, that is, and make that, you know, bigger, so you can actually get his legs out to the side more if you wanted to. He does have a thigh swivel. He's got a nice deep knee joint that can go in either direction, and he does have some nice big floppy feet that you can get into different poses if you just move this piece back. Yeah, so very, very cool. Like I showed you before, you can take this piece off, and it does peg right into his wrist, so you can hold it as a weapon of some kind. I don't know if it's a missile, battery, or like a laser gun, or maybe just like a TV projector. I don't know. And his head does rotate. It's a little bit hard to get to as is, but you can actually just come back here, and this whole section just slides out, and then you can access the head and rotate it around however you like. So that's a pretty neat little add-on. I don't know if that was done intentionally or what, but it certainly works quite well. I don't know why this is just pegged on. You think it would be glued on or something, but I'm not sure. This is the first time I've had it pop off on me, so I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe it's in case you can't get the Titan Master out. They did that just in case. But whatever. I mean, this is the first time it's fallen off, and I've played with this guy quite a bit. So obviously it's not something to worry about happening over and over again. But yeah, overall, a really neat version of Seaspray. Seaspray, again, like my favorite mini-bot, one of my favorite characters from G1. As far as toys go, I don't really know. I don't really care about the on-screen character that much, but yeah, overall, a really nice figure, and I'm happy to have him. And he does come with a collector card, which I'll show off really quickly here. So weirdly enough, his collector card actually shows him in vehicle mode, which I'm not sure what the deal is there. Seaspray, and then you can see his stats on the back. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That is Titan's Return Seaspray. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I will have more Transformers Titan's Return coming real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.